clean sheet win, a really comprehensive scoreline. What was your assessment of the win midweek?
Yeah, it was good for the boys to get a win. Good for them to overcome the pressures of the competition, mainly which they put on themselves. I was a bit disappointed with the first half performance. Even though we went in 3-0, two of the goals were moments of real individual brilliance and got us in the lead. But the performance was below par, and we were fortunate to go in ahead like we were. But I think that settled the boys' nerves, settled their excitement, and second half we went out and controlled the tempo of the game a lot better, and I think we were deserved winners on the night.
That leads me quite nicely to my next question, because the FA Youth Cup has the same degree of occasion about it as the FA Cup will for the men's team on Saturday afternoon. Is it a useful experience for the boys to sort of manage the match conditions, manage that feeling of when you've got the ball at their feet and the crowd is cheering you on? And was there perhaps part of that contributed to the first half display?
Definitely. Decisions are a little bit impaired on Youth Cup nights. Players playing forward passes quicker, trying to impress a bit quicker, making poor decisions at times with the ball, without the ball. And you can see it every Youth Cup game, because there's more, and they put the pressure on themselves really. We try and set up as a coaching staff as it's another football match that we want to try and win and give the players everything they can to win the football match, but there's a lot of pressure put on themselves and they want to impress. Bigger crowd, a couple hundred were there the other night, so yeah, it does play into it.
And when you're their coach, I suppose you have to balance a lot of different things, getting them to express themselves creatively, to make good decisions on the ball, but to ultimately have that element of game management. By the end of the 90 minutes, how satisfied were you with those different elements of the game plan?
I was satisfied because we improved on the night and we got better, and we spoke to them at half time and we did get better and they listened to the feedback we were giving them, so that was good. And I think, like you said before, the FA Youth Cup is that moment where it's an intense situation, and it's the competition we play in which is closest to them transitioning into men's football. You can never replicate men's football exactly, but that pressure that they put on themselves as a group and as individuals, it kind of readies them a little bit more than our Wednesday and league fixtures do.
I spoke to manager Andy Woodman earlier, who I think described that the club has some young gems in its midst. 5 different goal scorers on Tuesday, some really, really quality goals that are well worth watching if supporters haven't. It's a showcase piece for them, and how pleased are you with kind of the individuals' progress in the team as well as a whole?
Yeah, massively, and that's what it's about. I think at this age group, it's about allowing the boys to improve, develop individually, to allow them to have every opportunity they can to potentially have a chance in the first team at this football club, and whatever else happens for them later on in their footballing development. Yeah, 2 of the goals, Noah Joyce's free kick and Latifa Darja's individual goal were really top notch, and moments of individual brilliance for them, which, like you say, is a showcase. And this competition, we've done well in the past, and that has kind of put the academy, given us some headlines, and it's the first team have taken boys, and other clubs have been interested in our boys, so it's really allowed us to progress as an entity, so it is really good. Yeah.
We've had 2 fantastic ties at home. The draw was made earlier today. Time to hit the road, a trip to Gosport. How much are you looking forward to that trip and the challenge of something a little bit different in this competition?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good new challenge for the boys, a new opposition that we haven't played before. You know, they played against Aldershot, who were in our league, and they beat them, so they'll be a good side and it'll be a difficult test. But we're really looking forward to it. But we've got league fixtures before, so we're switched on and ready for those before the FA Youth Cup game.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time, and it's good to catch up.
Thank you.